and they're going to get a reverse sweep, and then Degon's going to be so happy he's going to lose his mind because he somehow gets his prediction right.
It's KT. You know what they're going to do. They're going to.
Oh no, they're going to lose 0-2. No!
You know.
Oh, that's such a bleak timeline.
Have we ever had a perfect week before? Do you know?
I don't think so. I can't remember one. If we did.
Yeah, it seems like a rare occurrence.
Chat, let us know. If you can remember the perfect week, please. They've all kind of melded into one. For me, I'm not going to lie to you. We've had plenty of 6-game days, and we've had lots of them in a row, but I don't think an entire week has actually happened. So we've got some bans coming through, though, as we jump into Champion Select. B&K FearX did have the right of first selection.
Oh, and they chose second.
They chose second pick and therefore got the red side as well. So this is just regular...
Second pick on red side? That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
But it just might work.
That's not something we see very often anymore.
It's the year of Vikler, okay? Don't stop believing.
I would never.
We're on a journey together.
Okay, some of the things that have been left open. Orianna and Azir.
Wow, into Gen G. That's a choice.
Yeah.
Is it Orianna for Chovy? I think it is. I think he likes Orianna in the matchup.
Yeah, and he is talking right now, so perhaps deciding which one to take. Or, I mean, maybe you go in a different direction and you're like, we're fine leaving it because there is a lot of choices available.
Ooh, never mind.
No, he's like, oh, I mean, he's into Vikler. Actually, that's very valid. Deny the Azir from Vikler.
Good call.
I think that's a very respectable choice.
Well, we're snap blocking.
Yeah, and okay, they are picking the Pantheon. One issue with this, though, Vi is still available. I feel like Gen G could just take the Vi. Vi in answer to
Do you think Canyon plays Vi?
I think he does.
Oh, okay.
I think that is something he has been known to play before, and we've seen him do it many a time.
Well, thanks for that. That's why we pay the big bucks.
Yeah, I think that would be a good pickup here just to make sure you have the point-and-click CC. Then we'll lock in the Corki first for Ruler, which has been something he has leaned on quite heavily last year and will undoubtedly continue to do so.
Yep. Also, Corki has been pretty good in the Yunara matchup. We saw it in our previous series as well. So going to be locking that one away. No Nico to be paired alongside it or anything like that. But I imagine like it's got to just be a Vi lock in here, right?
Yeah. I think reliable CC for the Yunara.
Jarvan.
Jarvan's interesting because, you know, she has a free dash when she pops the ultimate. So not necessarily as effective. Maybe hoping to potentially look to punish a future Orianna pick, right? And disencourage, I guess.
Disincentivize?
Disincentivize is a better word, thank you.
You're welcome.
An Orianna pick from coming through. I was also thinking like Talia is a potential option. Talia has a lot of value here. We often see it into the Azir and good like disrupting the Jarvan. And also good with the Pantheon, but they've committed to this Lulu now, so I imagine Talia is going to be banned by Gen G. Nautilus is going to be denied here. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. Maybe the Alistair also, something Dura is good at, and something that has that point-and-click CC.
Yeah, Talia going to be taken away. Expected. I imagine that the Orianna is likely to be leaving as well. I think Pantheon Lulu Orianna sounds ridiculous with like Pantheon jumping in after a man drop, then gets an orb and a wild growth. That is a lot of augmentation. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Is Gwen going to be taken away as well? But I do think also Gen G probably, like, they wouldn't mind like a Corki Alistair type lane here. And if you hold on to a Sylas pickup, like save Vikler's pick until last, then his Sylas angle is kind of absurd in this game. So that could be scary.
Scion ban comes through. I mean, if you're banning the Gwen, then maybe they are suggesting that they're going to pick up a tank here in this situation, but it's probably going to be just a mid lane pickup here and then save that tank for counter pick, especially given they picked second pick.
Yeah.
The assumption is they are putting a lot of emphasis on this top lane pick.
Nah, it's Renekton. Clear just presses Renekton right now. There is nothing wrong with an R4 Renekton, okay? I have spent a lot of my career saying that it's not necessarily a good thing. Oh, never mind. Different Shuriman flavor, as it is going to be the Cassante locked in.
I don't get this, right? You know, you go for second pick, so you have last pick, counter pick.
Yeah, and give it to the year of Vikler, man.
But you already know the mid matchup.
Yeah, no, but you don't know whether they're going to pick a cow. And you really want to hold on to that Sylas opportunity.
I guess.
Nah, man. It's genius. Yep, Croc. Going to be locked in here, most likely, as Ruler is hovering that one. Pretty understandable here for Keen.
Just all they have to do is just not pick Alistair, and the Sylas, you know, doesn't have legs.
Oh, but Alistair has legs. It's got 4 of them. It's happening. Test the theory, Duro. You wouldn't. He's just going to play Rel or something like that, right? Or Nami. Yeah, there we go. Yep. So it's probably not the Sylas angle that I was talking about, but I was really excited about the potential Sylas angle, okay? Nami going to be locked in. And we've seen this Nami Corki lane before. Was it actually Duro and Ruler that played it earlier on? I can't remember who did it, but it's not the first time that we've had it here in the LCK Cup.
Maybe it was T1? I don't remember 100%, I'll be honest. But we definitely have seen it, you are right.
Oh, the Akali. Year of Vikla, baby. All right.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the Akali be really strong, but it's going to be a lane where you don't really have prio. At bot lane, I feel like you're just struggling early in mid and bot in terms of prio. You can get bullied out a little bit. And also, I feel like you go second pick, and you go for this last pick Akali, and you kind of deny your top lane of the counter pick. I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think if you go on the second pick, and in that situation, when you know the mid champion on the opposite side, I think you'd be far better off giving your top lane a counter pick, is my personal opinion of it, and ensuring Claire has like a favorable matchup over Keen.
I just don't think you're nearly Vikla biased enough. That's what I think the problem is.
I just think Vikla's good enough to pick earlier.
Oh, I like how you spam.
That's my angle.
Oh, that was beautiful. You should be in politics. That was so well played. Gorgeously done. Navigated it beautifully. And so did BNK. I actually quite like the BNK draft. I think that Yunara Lulu is the best Yunara lane that you can have. It also manages to go toe-to-toe relatively comfortably. With a Nami on the other side, though, I think that the Gen G bottom lane will be able to fight this time around, especially with the power of early game Corki. But like you were saying, it's playable for Vikla once he hits that level 6, and there are going to be some opportunities for Pantheon to get around this map. Raptor has made early game things happen in the past. And I just want to believe that we can get the perfect week continued here today. So we need one win for BNK FearX, and then they don't need to worry about it further. Let's get on to the Rift here for game 1. All right. Calm down, Vikla.
We just saw this, by the way. This exact same play, exact same position.
Different champions, though. The Rise did better.
Yeah, but it was the same situation of Vikla just walking up in that brush and chunking out the opponent. So Vikla, knowing the Akali tech that Zaka was going for.
Walk at them.
Yeah, getting the electrocute early and putting the lane in a much better situation. I will say, so bot lane will be favored towards Gen G in the 2v2, but Diablo has some serious main character energy in this game, I feel. There's no super reliable lockdown for him. Like, Renekton has to get on top of you, Chovy has to get close to you, you know, the Nami CC and the Jarvan CC is outplayable. There is a lot of CC, but it's not like a Nautilus or a Vi where there's no outplay potential. So it's one of those games, if you're popping off, you can carry, but you really have to be playing at a high level because you are going to be the focus, right, for the enemy team.
Yep.
And everyone else is going to be diving in and just trying to create space for you.
Okay, Clear is already having a little bit of trouble into the King Crocodile at level 2. That doesn't bode all that well.
We normally talk about level 3 for the Renekton being a big point, but, you know, get started early. Why not?
Yeah. That is, yep, Keen, pretty good. Vikla finding some angles, though, as we can see here. We're going to try and electrocute the Emperor of Shurima as often as he can. As Clear is going to have to go through some consumables. He's doing fine as far as farm is concerned, as we can see here. Only behind just a little bit, but using his health bar as a resource pretty extravagantly thus far.
Honestly, Diablo and Kellen get some early prio here. And zoning off Duro and Ruler.
Yep, they did have to invest the heal and barrier in order to get this. Okay. That's a lot of wins for good old Corki. 5 in a row. Not too bad. Right now, though, struggling a little bit in the lane for now. And Canyon on his red buff now. It's going to be the last camp that he has to deal with before he looks for a crap.
And actually
taking a lot of damage.
Ruler going Jack of all trades and not cashback. So this is really common on Corki, Jack of all trades, because you can get it really easily. I think it's like partway through item number 3. Like, you don't need the full 3 items.
Okay. Bubble. Remember, no barrier here on Diablo. Taking a lot of damage from Ruler. And remember, the Nami has ebb and flow, so there is healing in this lane, and there is no healing on the side of B&K.
Yeah, I think
shields.
If I'm Diablo and Kellen, I want to push that wave in and reset.
That would be a good idea. We do have Dura going back home as well, actually holding on to the heal. As we do have a Pantheon making his way down.
This
Can't
is risky.
quite avoid turret shots anymore.
Yeah, this is risky because those health bars are low.
Yeah. Let's see whether the Raptor can actually tank this one up and get out. As there's a Valkyrie, it is going to work out very, very nicely here. As Ruler likely to go down first. First blood does go over to Diablo. And Ruler is dead. Canyon makes his way in. Is going to be able to take out the kill, but that does take money away from the bottom lane and puts it into the jungle.
Yeah, honestly, I said it was risky. They managed to pull it off. B&K FairX, you're happy with how that played out. You get the kill onto your AD carry. You deny farm from Ruler. That's exactly what you'd hope for in that situation. I said, you know, this lane from the Corki Nami should be winning out early, but the sustained damage from the Yunara Lulu, I think Diablo and Kellon just playing the 2v2 really well. And we talked about last year them being strong. And I think here, so Raptor gets the Q onto both targets. He's the one tanking, and Kellon gets aggro second and flashes away so low. So everything going well for them. I think also the fact they use those combat summoners for tempo early.
Yeah, they have them back again.
Despite Gen G being so dominant last year, Diablo and Kellon had the highest, I think, highest
2v2s,
highest 2v2 kills, yeah, for a good portion of the season. So
yeah, up until like Legend and Rise group, like it was Diablo and Kellon with that stat for the majority, and it was a very large number. Like these two were just taking names in that bottom lane. It was when bottom lane wasn't necessarily as impactful. Obviously, they were still main characters, but without the quests and things like that, I feel like playing for lane control has been even more exemplified in this season.
yeah.
So we'll see whether they can continue to make it work. Right now, doing okay. As Vikla makes his way back to lane, does have the perfect execution now put together, and is feeling pretty comfy in this lane, as we can see. Will actually be almost even, as he misses one minion. And so that means that it's Chovy ahead by one. So nothing too much to worry about there. It's Keen with the most farm on the map.
If you take stock of the game, I think the fact that bot lane is doing well, mid lane is even in farm, top lane's a little behind, but you know, you're Cassante, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I think B&K FairX are pretty happy with how things are going so far.
Yep. Feeling like they are having a good time. That being said, if something does go wrong in the mid game, that's when problems can arise. And we know that you know, there's a champion with Arise as an ability name, and he's in the mid lane, and he can really make problems happen.
I think so many
gets a good Emperor's Divide.
More of our games we've seen kind of have a slow laning phase. It's really hard to have that pressure just because you have home guards available and so fast from so early. So even if you do get lane advantages, it's hard to really amount to a ton. And then it comes down to those mid-game team fights. You know, these dragon fights can really set teams apart, and we know Gen G are so good at navigating those, but we'll see what B&K FairX can do. That first dragon is up and available, but no team's really shown much of an inclination towards it.
No, not quite. First one going to be an Ocean there as well, so no Ocean Souls this game. Just feeling pretty good. That one's the least whelming, I would say. There's Diablo looking for a little bit of a reset here himself. Ruler to pick up this minion wave, and has actually recovered quite nicely in this lane. Outside of still being behind, because First Blood did go over to Diablo. The farm numbers not exactly looking the worst. So Diablo goes back and is going to be able to put a little hatchet together, but not too much more. And there is a tier stacking up, but now a Phage is going to be added here for Ruler. And man, this Crocodile is just feeling pretty fantastic. This matchup right now is clear. He's gone to the bathroom.
They're just aura farming.
Yeah, I think so. The full hold position. You love to see it. Bitters decides that he doesn't even need that particular CS.
Yeah.
I like that.
Still sacrifice. Has 2 biscuits in pocket as well, so...
Yeah, Bramble Vest is also done, so he's actually pretty tanky. Keen having a very good time. So that's good news here for Gen G, especially as the mid-game comes around, as when the Renekton is going to be the most powerful. One item coming on through. As Clear does finish off all of these minions. He's 10 behind, but if he retains that, I think it's going to be A-okay.
I think a strong Renekton is just hard to deal with. I mean, the most sustained damage you have on your team is obviously the Yunara, who is obviously has a lot of damage output later on, but in the mid-game, I think Renekton is just so problematic for their comp to deal with.
Yeah.
So definitely looking at Keen being a big force to be reckoned with.
Oh, Chovy rotating down towards his bottom side. As the Dragon hasn't been started up just yet. Looks like Grubs were just taken here by Gen G. Oh. Actually, one of them was left alive. As Canyon's just going to leave it there. Oh, never mind. Did he take them all? No, he didn't. He did leave one. Okay, Diablo, tidal wave, just going to be ran out of the way of. So Duro not quite finding that one.
Yep, little heal to get him out of range of that.
Okay, slow and steady. Very even as far as gold is concerned. As Canyon going to witness that his red buff is gone. That was pretty cute there from Raptor. Now he can possibly start off this Dragon, but it will be fully known by Gen G. It's Canyon moving down towards his bottom side. Diablo susceptible right now, but does have double summoners available.
Yeah, now we're seeing some good trades come out from Rule and Duro.
Oh, Vikler is in here as well. This is dangerous. Canyon taking a little bit of damage, but Diablo...
Oh, so low.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. He's very much trusting his barrier that he has available here. Is Canyon, will he go for a steal? Oh my god! Okay, that's not allowed. It was down to 30 health.
Yeah,
yeah, Raptor didn't have smite.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you're playing Pantheon...
Yeah.
You have the execute in your queue, so... Oh, he's caught out now.
Oh dear, this is all bad news here for Raptors. Even Duro is making his way up. Vikler finding an angle though. Perfect execution comes down as Canyon's in trouble. Doesn't quite find enough damage, but there's the wild growth, and it will be Canyon falling down. Flash to get Vikler out of the way, and he also has the Whimsy shield, so the Akali on the board.
They were really not happy about him stealing away the Dragon, so Vikler made him pay for it.
It was almost like Raptor going from bad to worse there, though, because he could have got picked off after losing the battle to a flag. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you would not be happy about that, but, I mean, it's crazy that the Dragon steal actually came in, 30 HP. Pantheon with the execute on the Q normally is enough to secure that, but Canyon does end up paying for that fight that comes after, and Vikler getting the kill in particular is a big boon for BNK Fear X, so gold still even, but getting some nice gold on their Akali. We'll see the replay here. 30 HP, I think I saw as well.
Was it just a... Oh, the Q came in.
So they try to sync their Qs together, Vikler and Raptor, and the timing was good, it's just there was miscalculated on the damage.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out. Well, Emperor's Divide does throw him back, but Vikler comes in, finds the angle, waits pretty well, and managing to hit that shuriken backflip was the demise of Canyon, even if the initial salvo wasn't quite enough.
And Kellen comes in and provides a lot of health for Vikler to keep him healthy.
Year of Vikler, baby. All right, he's got that Gunblade on the go. Not quite completed just yet. Does have most of the bits. And so it's still Keen with a decent advantage. A little bit of a lead for Duro, but otherwise BNK retain a lead across the board. And I think Cassante not going to be too worried. As you mentioned before, he's still just going to be Cassante as this game goes on. Already has his Thornmail complete. That feels pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him like a little bit behind in farm. I mean, still is, and lost a couple of plates. But at this point, you should just be able to stabilize on the Cassante. It's not like the Gwen matchup we saw last game where it was just bad to worse.
Oh, there was a little bit of a replay scenario here, as we had Raptor making his way in, but Chovy did just get himself out of the way.
Yeah, does mean his flash is now down, though.
True.
But you're in Azir, so... I mean, the thing with losing your flash is I feel like more so for the Azir, it limits your playmaking, but it does your safety, just because you are so safe in general. And that is the thing with Genji. They have... Everyone apart from Duro has a dash in their kit, and importantly, the carries are very safe.
Yeah.
Duro definitely the one who's going to get picked on, I feel like, at times. He is just like the freebie. Vikler kind of like goes for ruler and just happens to accidentally kill Duro on the way. Could happen.
Yeah, that is sort of the Nami way, isn't it?
Especially because he's gone the Dreammaker support item, which, you know, you get a lot of value from it, but it's value for your 80 carries, not value for you. It's not Celestial opposition. You're going to be squishy.
Yep. And I guess accepting that, you know, kind of makes some sense, because even with Celestial opposition, I feel like you do just melt, because Nami just does not have the most tanky stats. As all right, we are going to toggle the vision. Vikler might be in a little bit of danger, but looks like Nami and Jarvan lose interest. Cheeky little Q does come on through that for clear, but slices, dices, and acts all cool, and Keen is absolutely fine.
Yeah. Been pretty slow overall in this game, and as I said earlier, it's kind of just been the pace of games. It's been about those setups, those skirmishes, and I feel like the fights in this one are going to be explosive.
Ooh, speaking of explosive, Ruler throwing a rocket over at Diablo.
Yeah, mandate completed for Duro is a big spike. You know, we have Ardent Sensor on Kellen, which is obviously a buff for your sustain damage. But that's kind of how this matchup goes, is that it's all sustain damage for Diablo. On the other side, Ruler's like, okay, I Frost Bomb you, hit a rocket as well with Mandate, and the Tycho's busting, and it's like, okay.
And he's got Trinity Force as well.
40% of your health. Yeah, it's full burst.
It's a massive advantage. It's okay. In goes Vikla, looks for the angle. There is the backflip and the solo bolo. It's the year of Vikla. It's confirmed.
It's his year. Solo killing Chovy.
Oh my god, okay. And now B&K looking for another one. The flash forward, the wild growth, as Diablo will take down the Corki. Duro's dead as well, and Raptor was just there to watch.
Year of Vikla, it's the year of B&K Fear X. 3 kills across the board for them. Chovy in the bot lane all taken down. It's a huge influx of gold and exactly where you want it as well.
Oh my goodness. Diablo and Callan, we already said, right? These guys are known for the 2v2 kills. Unfortunately, Ruler and Duro fall victim to it, but Vikla finding a solo kill against Chovy, that's not on very many bingo cards.
And you know, I was saying, normally for the Azir, losing the flash is more about the playmaking, the safety, but he was definitely feeling the lack of flash there. Vikla connecting everything.
Beautifully done.
Picking up that play. Dragon going to be taken as well.
Yep, and it's a Mountain Soul this game at the same time, so I think Clear is going to be having an even better time if they do manage to stack up a few of those.
And the thing is, I was concerned for B&K Fear X, you know, with Azir into Akali, with the Corki Nami early, but they just haven't had the lane pressure I imagined they would in these matchups.
Yeah.
And now, with the fact that Vikla and Diablo have massive leads, they're going to be in a great spot, so we'll see how this actually panned out. Raptor finds Canyon, which sort of keeps him busy. Vikla lands, goes in with the ult, lands the shuriken, follows his dash, just hits everything perfectly.
Yeah. And this is the thing, like, if you do land that backflip, you either stay there, don't reactivate it, and kill the Azir anyway. And if he ults, then you get to kill him. Oh, the flash over the tidal wave as well.
That was great. Do not look at the picture-in-picture and how we just died to Ruler. You don't want to see that. No.
Ah, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
There's a bit of a bug with Diablo being dead.
This is why it's the year of Vikla specifically.
Yeah. Diablo wanted to make sure that we weren't confused.
They heard me say it was a year of B&K Fear X. He was like, no.
Yep.
It's Vikla.
Well, that was it's a little bit, puts a dampener, a slight dampener in the situation, but not too much to be worried about, as the Rift Herald did go over to Raptor as well. We're going to check this one out one more time.
Okay, down flash, down ult. Not much you can do to get out of the Cataclysm.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't see the avenue to outplay.
750 gold for Ruler, so a big influx there. Yeah, I was saying that I felt like the Jarvan into the Yunara, not ideal, but when you don't have those dashes available, it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
He is obviously approaching the Fiend Hunter Bolts, and that and that gives him a ton of ultimate ability haste, which will help.
Oh,
not again.
My goodness, not again. Surely not.
Okay, he has ult and flash, so that's why Vikla did not go for the dive, but
the whole time,
spooked.
Yeah, the whole time that that Shuriken backflip was ticking down, I was frightened for Chovy as Diablo, actually doing a lot of work with that Slurkle. Yeah, Celestial opposition might have been a good idea.
You know, it's not often we see Chovy really on the back foot like this.
Yeah.
And he opted for the upgraded Sorks, you know, maybe regretting that decision at this point. Not going for the upgraded Mix for the extra defensive capability, because Vikla is just ruthless at the moment.
And you can sort of understand it. It's almost like Steel Caps would have been a better idea with the fact that it's just Akali doing magic damage. But still, Chovy going to have to back away here. And Diablo looking a little worse for wear. Gets the heal out of Kellen. Kellen just going to make his way back as the Rift Herald will be able to take down this mid-outer turret.
Yeah, not sure how needed that was, but a little bit of an insurance policy just to make sure they got that last play.
Well, Plate also does go over to clear here as well, who will be able to clear out some vision. Gen.G certainly on the back foot right now, but it's only spelt about 500 gold. The advantage for BNK is now Kellen trying to find Canyon here. Glitterlands to slow him down, but not by that much.
It's important to note, it's not a huge gold advantage. I mean, it's not much at all from BNK FearX. They do have gold in good places, right? You know, Vikla having a sizable lead, and the fact that Diablo has 3 kills in his pocket and 2 items.
Yep.
But it's still very much a game that Gen.G can win. And with the CC they have, if it connects, right? I talked about this earlier. Okay, that shows Chovy's.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's happened?
But the CC that Gen.G has, it's not reliable, right? It's not point and click. A lot of it, you need to be either in range to land it, like the Renekton stun or the Emperor's Divide. Or it's, you know, stuff like the Jarvan Flag and Drag or the Nami CC that you have to, like, land. But it also means if you connect that CC, you're very capable of winning a fight, even if you are at a bit of a deficit. So Gen.G's still fine now, but, you know, Duro losing the flash, Chovy missing a cannon.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that are pointing towards this being not necessarily the Gen.G that we were expecting, but I'm kind of glad that they're taking things a little slow at the beginning of this season, because obviously they were firing on all cylinders the entire year in 2025.
I feel like earlier in the LCK Cup, they looked really good.
Yeah, that's true. Last week, maybe they were like, no, let's chill out, guys.
This is the only other team who kept the full roster, so maybe they were abusing we kept the same roster advantage, and now they've met their match.
Yeah,
in another team who kept their same roster.
We just didn't realize quite how powerful BNK were. Local value coming on through here as Canyon turns up, but so does Raptor. 3v3 in the mid lane.
Okay, we have the Muramana fully stacked from Ruler.
Yeah, that 2-item spike is very scary.
It is set up for Dragon. Do have almost all flashes available. It's only Duros who's down, so a lot of cooldowns to play with.
And this could have been sole point. Canyon hadn't just thrown a flag at the first Dragon.
Oh, Clear's low. He needs to recall, I feel, so he can get his TP in.
Well, Diablo have to deal with that. Drops a flag on him.
Maybe don't tank all that damage.
It's a little bit frightening, isn't it? As now Kellen's kind of by himself. Keen to move on forward. Could just flash on him, but Raptor, he comes on over. That is going to be the Drake to take him down. But now Keen is kind of by himself. The rest of Gen.G moving over. Teleport in from Vikla. They think that they found the Crocodile. Let's see whether Vikla can actually get anything here. And the answer is no, not for the moment.
Mid tower up, it's really hard to see an angle. And the wave's just going to get cleared out before he even hits it. So the TP, I feel like maybe a bit overforced. And the problem is, right, they have Chovy here up against Clear. Look at Clear's inventory.
Yeah.
Not a bit of magic resist in sight. You know, Unending Despair was changed. It's no longer a mix. It's now all armor. So he is taking a lot of damage from this Azir. Also, we see Diablo use the barrier just to not have his recall interrupted.
Yeah, that's very cute. But teleport from Chovy to move towards his bottom lane to make sure that he doesn't miss any of the creeps.
Dragon picked up, and I feel like the point you made before about the flag stealing that earlier Dragon, very relevant right now.
Yeah, it's feeling really detrimental because it's bought Gen.G that extra 5 minutes of time in this game that they don't need to worry about a potential soul.
I mean, it's so annoying that Clear just switched to the other side and he's having to deal with Azir again.
Yeah.
Doesn't want this. They've just recalled Vikla, and he's like, guys, I'm coming. I'm trying to answer the Azir. He keeps moving.
Well, Clear is now going to move on down. Let's see whether he can find the angle as there's the man drop. Canyon moves in, the all-out onto Chovy. He's taking so much damage, and down he will go. Canyon now finds himself in trouble as Keen gets closed in by the bottom lane. Ruler is in base. Duro's desperately trying to help out, but they've lost 2 already, and BNK fire back.
That's one way to answer the Azir. Just kill him, right? Chovy goes down, ult not used, flash not used, dive on top of him. Vikla maybe in trouble.
Yeah, phosphorus bomb. Oh, he would have gone in. He would have definitely gone in.
I think the bubble was still on cooldown, didn't throw it out. Keen going in on Clear, but he's all armor.
Yeah, Raptor is now moving down as well. Kellen in position, has the wild growth, uses it as the polymorph onto Ruler is there. Oh, the spear barely missing, but look at this! They're bobbing for apples underneath this inner turret. Ruler is just dead! Perfect execution comes forward, the turret finishes off Vikla, and Kellen is really dead. Keen is going to survive. That was a little comical in the end, but I'd say probably, you know, we'll call it a moot point.
Yeah, he really tried, Kellen, to get that kill in the end. Keen, the final survivor there, a bit too hard to take down, but this is very scrappy. Clear going in here, you know, has the backing of the Pantheon. I think Chovy just kind of realized flash stun doesn't give him a chance to do anything really, and he ends up saving all of his cooldowns. But Canyon also just dies pretty unceremoniously. And then here, Ruler and Duro are taking this more dangerous route and get jumped on. And they try and turn the damage back around, but Raptor has the backup off Kellen. We see the polymorph comes in from Kellen. He tries to block the escape from Ruler. And here, Vikla just, I think, misses the R2. So I think he had to follow up there with an auto maybe, or maybe the R2 did hit him. But either way, Keen survives so long and kills Kellen. So
it was actually just a cull the meek. I thought that he picked up turret aggro somehow, but he did not. And did just get culled.
Yeah, so hectic, but still I think kills. Oh,
Chovy's just decided he wants to kill someone, but that's a great wild growth onto Diablo. Kellen, he knows where his bread's buttered.
That was, yeah, perfect wild growth. I think certainly Diablo would have been dead there. If not for that cooldown, preventing the engage. And it's a shot, you know, didn't have to burn the flash as well from Diablo. I think it's important.
Wait a second. Are they just going to Tidal Wave to interrupt the back and then take Baron off the back of it? That's
Baron
crazy.
Takes
Surely they can't do that.
This is so risky. This is so risky. Raptor can get in the pit as well. He has ult.
Yeah. Well, Diablo is not quite there just yet, but he might be able to get there in time for the fight. As Canyon down to 50%, but the Baron is down to 5,000. All right, in comes the Pantheon. He dives on top, but the bubble is waiting for him, and Raptor is going to be eviscerated. The Aegis is not quite enough. Emperor's Divide hits the air, though, and now Vikla, it's his turn to start something. Diablo's shown up, though. They're trying to peel for him. Into the backline goes, oh my God! How dare you do it again, Canyon! Diablo is going to be able to kill him, but my goodness, they keep 3 Barons on the table and save the play. Look at his cheeky face. Look at his face. Oh my God, Canyon.
I think he got it with his Q. I think he got it with his Q.
I think he flagged it. I think he flagged it again.
I think he got it with his Q. We'll watch again, but I think he flagged and it didn't die and he Q'd over. And that's what finished it. We'll see the replay.
Right.
So we see the Raptor just gets eviscerated. The great bubble on his landing. And then here, you know, they force them out, zone them away, and they decide to focus it down. And then he flags now.
Oh.
No, it was just a flag, you're right.
Actually did 160 damage with a flag.
It was just a flag, you're right. Oh my God, there's no... He
cannot keep getting away with this!
That's insane. That's actually insane.
Oh, we really need to send Raptor some flowers or something like that after this.
I would be so tilted.
Oh my God, okay. Yeah, Duro's like, you're on fire today. What's going on?
I would be so tilted. Yeah, I thought he flagged and then he queued and that's what got the kill. But no, he just got with the flag. Yeah, just flag. Just hit.
Well, we've got an outer turret falling on the top side of the map in trade for this dragon. It's going to be second here for Gen G. Should be the first.
I've never seen a 2-3-2 job and be so clutch.
Yeah. It was kind of like the 0-7 Pantheon from Sponge the other week.
Yeah.
B&K still have a decent advantage, but it's only 1,000. Here at this stage of the game. Yeah, Raptor, oh no, he gets caught by Canyon. Does trade a fair bit of damage back, has to flash to get out of the Cataclysm. As now...
Wait, how'd you get out now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna get knocked up by the Flag and Drag. Now looks to try and turn it because he knows there's no way out. And yeah, Raptor is all out of sorts. And I do not blame him after what has happened, as there's another wild growth to interrupt Chovy. But he doesn't use the Emperor's Divide, just has to wait for another Shifting Sands. He will be able to make that play again before Kellen can respond.
But there's a crocodile in the brush.
That's always very scary. All right, now the Baron just going to help empower these siege minions to be problematic. Vikla is pretty scary, but man, this is just kind of like a freight train moving down the mid lane. My goodness, are Gen G going to win this off the back of 2 flag steals?
It's looking like
so unfair.
It's just.
Oh no, Diablo is able to dash out of the way of Chovy here. Oh, the Arc of Ruin almost kills him. Has to flash to get out of the way. As Vikla dashing on top of Canyon now. Oh, okay.
Where'd he go?
Cuts him down where he stands. Now Raptor looking for the angle, dives on top of Ruler, but buffers the Valkyrie really nicely, and now spacing it out as best he can. The flash from Clear, but Ruler has already taken down the Pantheon. Diablo's also doing the same thing on the other side of the fight, though, and Ruler is dead. It's the kill going over to Vikla, and who else was going to save the day? Obviously, this man on the Akali, as Gen G... Duro does have a little bit of redemption here that he's looking for. Some supportive combat is what he really wants, but Diablo is unfortunately an 80 carry, and so he has a fair bit more damage.
Beat him up.
Yep, there we go. Bubble not going to connect. So Duro, I think, may buy some time. But the Slurkle is able to slow him up. Okay, that's what the SL part of the Slurkle is about.
Yeah. Does buy a lot of time, allows everyone to respawn. But to be fair, there wasn't many objectives to take on the map anyway. But this felt personal from Vikla. This was like, you've been messing me about a little bit too much. He used the flag for poke, for vision, I don't know. But he paid for it.
God.
That's a lot of damage from the Akali. And then here, this was messy, because Ruler's doing a lot of damage at this point, and Raptor realized that and was trying to like stun him, but was tentative with it and paid for it.
And Diablo just flashed on Chovy and murdered him.
Yeah, Claire doing a great job, honestly, of stalling out there. And then this was the,
we didn't need to watch.
Chasing a fish through the river, not the best.
Yeah, unless you are also a fish, you are going to have a good, or a seal.
Yeah, you noticed he caught him when he got back to solid land, so that does make a lot of sense.
There it is. All right, B&K now with control back in their hands, but not exactly a gold advantage, as, oh my god, Vikla does so much damage. The stun not quite going to be enough here, as there is the Dominus. Perfect execution to get him out of there, but oh, the bubble! Connects onto Raptor, he goes down to the GA, there's the Wild Growth onto Canyon, he should be going down to his GA as well, but the Pantheon is going to be locked up, and Gen.G are going to be there to save their jungler. B&K gonna get slowed down on this push as Chovy looking for a wrap around Vikla. Yeah, he tries to go into the mist and actually does get out of the way. Ruler is dead as well. Diablo's out, and Diablo survives. Chovy is still there though at full health, and Keen is just teleported back in. Clear realizing that he just needs to make sure that everyone has a way out. The polymorph, the flash from Kellen, and the DPS. It's not going to be there. They wipe the floor with the two carries, and Chovy sacrifices his life for it. I'd probably say that that one's worth, as now Clear is still pretty deadly. Kellen just trying his very best to defend as he sidesteps the bubble, and now Clear looking to get on top of Duro. This could be the angle. Another shield, and he hits the cube. He got it. Duro goes down, and Keen will finally take out the top laner, and the polymorph just comes back off cooldown. I think Kellen wins this kite, by the way. I think he just stops him from walking. Oh, never mind. He closes the gap. But now Raptor moves in. There's the movement speed. Dominus is back off cooldown again, though.
Yeah, no
and yeah, I don't know whether Raptor wins this one, but Kellen is there. He's got another wild. Okay, this game is just silly.
You know what I said? Our last series was two teams looking for the first win, and this is two series trying to stop their first loss. It's just different shades, same color.
This is the thing, yeah, you're right. You say that those things are different, they're not.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. My LCK is pure balance.
I was kind of focused, you know, there was like Chovy looming on the flank, and then Ruler tried to go in, and Diablo just absolutely slaughtered him, and it got so close to him going down, but he slides in, gets knocked up, and then Kellen just getting the shields in.
Oh man, Kellen actually front runner for POM. As, all right, in comes Raptor once again to take a bubble to the face. Barely. Oh my god, the all out. Okay, well that's sushi for you.
I'm telling you one thing, right? Kellen is definitely putting his mouse over the portraits to put those shields on.
Oh, he is.
Because when it's getting hectic, he's getting the shield on the right people every single time.
Honestly, POM material right there. I know it's the year of Vikla, but maybe it's actually the year of Kellen.
Okay, they're going to do Dragon. Raptor is very low. They don't have a support.
Oh no, Flagman's here. Flagman's here.
No. It can't happen again. It can't happen again.
Just reset it. Reset. Okay, Vikla goes in. Let's see whether they can kill Canyon. He connected the backflip, and they create the space. There's another shield for Vikla.
They're going to go Baron. They're going to go Baron.
Wait, this should just be Baron, right?
Okay, yeah, I think they got to let it go. They got to let it go.
Yep. I don't think this is going to be the winning fight.
They read the patch notes. It's not worth as much gold as it used.
And Grand Starfall on cooldown. Raptor not going to be able to make his way in. Diablo hits level 16. They are going to be around to fight again. 9-2-2 on this Yunara. My God.
You know what?
No.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
All right.
Canyon can't steal a Baron if you don't contest it.
Hey, true. There you go.
Yeah.
No more sadness for Raptor.
Yeah. This was just kind of brutal, kind of visceral, just kind of mean.
Yeah.
You know, kind of mean-spirited even. Just,
I've had those Nami games before.
Yeah. You know, you're that squishy support. You're just trying to have a good time. You're trying to buff up your AD carry, and some level 18 top laner just says nope.
Yeah. Soon to be level 19. He's very, very close to that. Keen has already hit that mark. as this Crocodile is kind of getting out of control. Does have 4 items now done.
Yeah, Diablo has a lot of items though too.
He does.
Also, we have the Happy Hat on Vikla, so...
Oh dear. So you would say that Vikla is probably having a good time this game.
Oh, Vikla, be very careful.
Oh, we are watching him have a very good time.
Does he need to be careful?
Oh my god, he almost hits Ruler with it. Wants the perfect execution, but he's going to use it. Oh my, the rocket connects.
Yes.
And he would have been redeemed anyway, as they're winning the game on the other side.
Yeah. Well, I said he needed to be careful, but...
Wait, base race probably gets won by a double siege minion Baroned up lane.
Yeah, Baron's pretty good at sieging.
Yeah,
general.
and good old Corky is kind of good at destroying structures. They just have to run the whole way. Teleport in from Chovy. Wait, is the game just over? This is the stupidest way for this game to end.
There's no way. There's no way.
No, there is no way. They are not allowed to do it like this. All right, teleport comes in. It's going to be a 5v5 in the B&K base. Wait, make it a 4v5 as Vikla is up in another 20 seconds. B&K are making sure that Vikla is going to be as close as possible. Canyon is wrapping around for some reason. B&K need to try and stop this. There is the Q to bring them all back. The all-out brings Keen in. I'm not entirely sure about that decision. As Clear is absolutely gigantic. There's the knock-up from Canyon as B&K's health bars are just being destroyed. And the massive Crocodile is going to chop them all up. Down goes Ruler, but it's in trade for the Nexus as Gen G steal away what is one of the most ridiculous games I've ever had the sheer pleasure of commentating.
They did get a gold lead right at the end.
Yeah, they did. Okay, it was a bit like a heart monitor though throughout the majority of that one.
그냥.
많아 좀.
라인 클리어가. 야 이제 뒤로 온다. 괜찮아. 그냥 싸움 보자. 끝날 생각해도 되잖아. 풀 미드만 노플 미드만. 나텔 8초. 텔 8초. 미드만 노플.
대포로 천천히 하면 될 것 같아.
룰루도 노플이야. 그때 돌았어 룰루. 룰루 돌았어. 오케이. 미드만 노플.
오케이.
포탑 칠 수 있으면 포탑 치고. 코르키야 쳐줘.
칠만한가?
그냥 쌈바. 크라우드 노플. 야 아칼리 5초.
유나 노플.
아칼리 태어났어. 야 아칼리 진짜 세.
됐다.
무서워 아칼리. 어디로?